Hi Sagittarius, it's me Stormy, and here is your 2019 horoscope overview. And can you even believe it is 2019? But this is a delicious year. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, your ruling planet, has come back into your sign, which means it gives you an extra dose of wisdom, an extra dose of expansion, getting you out there, getting you in contact and connection with people, places, and things that you maybe haven't been in contact with before. Not to mention, it stays good as we move towards 2020, because after Jupiter's done giving all of that love to your sign, he's going to roll over into Capricorn and keep giving love to your second house, so the financial abundance. So it's really a year where you can get out there, let people see you, expand yourself out a little bit more, and then keep the blessings going into next year. So before we jump in and start looking at everything, I want you to know that you don't have to worry about dates or anything like that. I have got everything up online for you at stormygrace.com. Just check out the blog. I've got the major astrological transits and aspects for every month and for the year up there waiting for you. So come visit me or click in the description box and you can head right over. And as far as expanding yourself out in the world, if you want to study astrology this year, I've got tons of ways we can study together, from videos to live sessions. So come check it out, okay? All right, so what we're going to look at in this video is the major trend and pattern that you've got going on for the year, okay? We'll break the rest down in the monthlies as we go through 2019. Now, first things first, as we're coming into the year, like I said, Jupiter has recently moved back into your sign, into Sagittarius. It's such a wonderful energy because where Jupiter goes, he doesn't just want you to expand, right? He wants you to expand out. He says, take the wisdom you have and go from here and go out into the world. So this energy is going to be abundant for you getting out, having interesting travel, interesting situations come your way, maybe even interesting people and mentors come your way all the way until December of this year. Now, we've also got this massive pattern for you with the second house. We've got both Pluto and Saturn there now. At the end of the year, Jupiter will jump in there as well. But the eclipse energy is also running through the second house. But looking at Pluto and Saturn here in the second house, which is finances, material wealth, self-esteem, things of value, luxury things, your talents, right? Talents you can make money with. Pluto says, all right, Sag, a piece of you has to die off so another piece can live. So he's leaving this second house transformed and empowered. So you're peeling slowly and creating abundance here. Now, Saturn wants you to spiritually mature and he's leveling you up, right? He's bringing you to this next place. So your finances are getting in order this month. It's trying to be an energy that's trying to take you to financial success and abundance, or at least straightening out what you've got going on so that you can have financial peace. So it's a beautiful energy. It's your theme for the entire year. Now, we've also got Neptune as we come into the year over there in Pisces. Neptune is direct, and that's great because we manifest something over here in the ethers, in between the worlds where that Neptune energy is, and then we make it concrete is what we're trying to do. And when Neptune is direct, it's easier to make it concrete. So here in your fourth house, maybe you have lots of forgiveness, lots of spirituality, lots of creativity, maybe even children or elderly people in your life. Whatever it is, the fourth house of home, family, real estate, property, your inner life has got some peace on it. It's pretty nice. It's an internal peace. It's not something coming from the outside. Now, also as we come into the year, Uranus is now retrograde and moved back into the sign of Aries in your fifth house. Now, Uranus has been in Aries for 7 years, okay? He's finishing his tour here, but as we come into the beginning of the year in a retrograde, look back where you've come from this fifth house, whether this be children, investments, projects, romance, your self-expression, maybe a new business. Where have you made great strides? Look that over while Uranus is retrograde. Now, I do think too, with Uranus finishing up its tour here in retrograde, you could find yourself falling in love. You could find yourself in a romance you did not see coming. So yay for that level of interesting if that's what you're looking for, right? All right, let's break this year down. So right here at the beginning of the year on January 5th, we've got our first solar eclipse, and this is happening in Capricorn. So boom, right there, putting the stamp on the second house. Now the solar eclipse is our new moon for the month. So we're going to plant these seeds of intention. The sun and the moon are together here. Anything's possible. But what's different about a solar eclipse than the regular new moon is that you're going to have these blessings for 6 months. This is a phenomenal start to the beginning of the year. You've got 6 months worth of financial, talent, material wealth blessing. You're going to have to pay attention as to what you do with that, because Capricorn is trying to show you how to level up and use your resources, but the abundance and the blessing is here for you. January 21st, we've got a lunar eclipse happening in the sign of Leo. This is going to light up the 9th house space for you. So this could definitely be an adjustment to your educational course, because remember, the lunar eclipse is our full moon for the month. So it says something has to be ended, acknowledged, or adjusted. So we're going to create some kind of shift that's going to last over the next 6 months. So you could be changing your educational direction, things that have to do with faith, things that maybe have to do with education, teaching, any number of these things could definitely be on the agenda for a shift. I wouldn't even be surprised if you're traveling. This is a wonderful travel energy. So we'll definitely see some shift in that zone. Now, as we get to July 2nd, what we see is a solar eclipse, and it is a total, so it is a complete reset, right? It is a complete blotting out, so we emotionally reset. We're having this solar eclipse new moon energy in Cancer. This is going to light up your 8th house. Beautiful. For the next 6 months, not only have you had the opportunity to continue to grow your financial life and your business, your budget, your talents, now you've got an opportunity where you're bringing in money from sources that you didn't necessarily earn it, right? Maybe a sponsorship, a collaboration. You could definitely be going out teaching that astrology, that tarot, taking classes, any number of these things. Intimacy. Oh yes, honey, intimacy, right? Intimacy doesn't just belong in sex. It belongs in our relationships and our money, all of these things. Of course, you know, at this particular point in the summer too, I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if there isn't something a little bit romantic maybe on the table and you're spending some money there, or doing something where you're sharing some money there or something like that. But it's a wonderful energy to bring money to you, a loan, a grant, something like that, that you didn't necessarily have to earn. Now on July 16th, we've got the solid setup for the rest of the year, for the rest of this this Capricornian energy, okay? We've got a lunar eclipse happening here on July 16th in Capricorn. So this is the full moon for the month, an ending, an acknowledgement, or an adjustment, a shift happening here. What's happened at the beginning of the year is that you started working on your finances, you started working on a talent, something you had to share or to give away that you could make money on. We get to July and not every idea is meant to stick. Not everything's going to work. Not everything's meant to last. So here you're making adjustments as to what doesn't need to be there. Yes, of course, you could lose a job. You could lose income. It could dry up for a while. Something like that could happen, but I think this is more about a course correction, because then we get to December, Jupiter moves into Capricorn, so he's going to bring abundance there, and then we've got another another set of lunar energy happening on December 26th, which is also in Capricorn. We get to July 12th, 2020, and we've got Saturn and Pluto conjunct in your second house as well. So you see what I mean? The rest of the year is really spent in this theme of perfecting the finances, perfecting the ability to make money. And I think in December, whatever the idea from the beginning of the year, from the course correction lands and you figure out what you're going to do, the money becomes more stable as we're in December. So it's going to be a phenomenal year for you to level up and get yourself out there. So I cannot wait to see what it is that you produce and you send for us, because we're coming for you, okay? We'd love to see what you've got to offer, Sagittarius. So I look forward to meeting you along the way during the year, every month in the weeklies, and checking in, letting you know what's coming, what to think about, what to prepare for. If you want to know how this applies specifically to your chart, you've got to get a reading or do a reading for yourself. If I can help you, come visit me at stormygrace.com. Visit anybody else. We have beautiful astrologers, tarot readers out here. So see someone if you're not prepared to do it on your own, okay? I love you guys so much. Like this video, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you throughout the year. Bye.